Suicide and mental illness go hand in hand. 46% of people who die by suicide each year had documented cases of mental illness. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and today Youth Suicide Prevention Week begins. In light of this awareness, the CDC recently released an alarming report showing that suicide attempts by teenage girls have jumped by 51% compared to 2019. Closer to home, Duval County is far from immune. In 2019, more than 11,000 hospitalizations were the result of mental disorders. 117 people died by suicide, and these are avoidable deaths. Joining us this morning to talk about it, Laura Minich, the clinical counselor for Volunteers in Medicine. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So these are startling statistics, and we talk about suicide regularly, but some people, especially those in your field, would say we don't talk about it enough.
Yeah. There still tends to be a stigma around talking about suicide and wanting to, having thoughts of wanting to die or kill yourself.
And let's talk about the connection, because a lot of times what researchers are finding is these mental health concerns turn into suicide. So they have been documented, or at least somebody knows that somebody is struggling before that suicide or that suicide attempt.
Right. Like a high percent, 49% of individuals who have attempted suicide or completed suicide may have had a diagnosed mental health condition. And so they hopefully would be receiving help. But of course, sometimes they just need somebody else to talk to as well.
And Laura, Volunteers in Medicine does so many amazing things, and we think about the medicine, right? We think about the vaccines, the shots, the treatment for these illnesses, but you also have a strong focus on mental health. What kind of services does your organization offer?
Right, so Volunteers in Medicine offers mental health counseling on site through a partnership with Family Foundations. They also offer some telehealth counseling through a partnership with UNF. And in addition to that, they also offer connections with different specialists, and so referrals as necessary.
And what kind of patients do you see at Volunteers in Medicine? So, people at home are wondering who qualifies for this.
Volunteers in Medicine is for provides healthcare for the working uninsured. So individuals who may have a job but are unable to, that doesn't offer health insurance, or they don't make enough hours to get their health insurance. Those are the patients who come to Volunteers in Medicine.
Mm-hmm. And let's go into this, because I think a lot of people are scared to talk about what they are struggling with. They're scared to disclose that to other people because they feel like they're going to be labeled as unstable, as, let's just say, some people would be concerned about the word crazy, and that's not the case at all.
No, it's not the case. I mean, I think people are afraid to talk about it when they have those feelings, and people are also afraid to ask because there's a sense of helplessness about what you can do. But just asking is a huge step. It offers comfort and validation to the individual in your life who may be experiencing thoughts of killing themselves or wanting to die. And it opens the door for a conversation to seek additional help.
All right. Laura Minich, thank you so much for you and your team at Volunteers in Medicine. One more time, if we can, for our studio crew. Can we get that number up there? Because that is the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. I have lost friends to suicide. It is heartbreaking. I know you at home have been personally affected by this as well. You can also text the crisis line. Text HOME to 741. 741. It is okay to talk about it. You will not be labeled. You can get help, and many times it is free. We care. Someone cares. Do what you can to take care of yourself.